Yeah, alright. This one's gonna be it's gonna be hard to get through. Probably. I don't know. I told a story about how. Sorry, I'm like fucking about to go to bed. I'm like rough as shit. But I told a story about how I ended up in Phoenix. I had drug problem, depression, all that shit. Um, I didn't tell the part about how there's a finding moment in my life where I knew I shouldn't do drugs anymore. And it took me, even after this defining moment, like years, again, going out to the desert in the middle of fucking nowhere to break myself. Completely. I just struggled with it after that for a long time. It's hard, if you've never been addicted to drugs, you probably wouldn't understand, but it is a hard thing to kill. Me and this, I'm not even gonna put it, well, I'll say Lauren, and I don't even remember the other guy's name, or girl's name. Me and two girls we're up in Winston-Salem getting heroin. I had a really bad problem with heroin for a long time. The fact that I made it out the other side without a felony or fucking hepatitis or some shit is like, I have no idea how I got that lucky. It's a really dumb thing to do. Don't even fucking do it. Basically, we got this. It was fentanyl, basically. It was almost all fentanyl. And we told the girl, or Lord told the girl, don't do it all at once. It's really strong. If this guy says it's strong. You know, just do a little dab. The next thing you know, she had fucking busted it all down on the back of a pop can, mainlined it in the back of my car. I don't think it was my car, someone else's car. And we were just like, oh fuck. And we're trying to keep her awake, and she just like goes out. And we're on way back to Lauren's house. She couldn't even wait like 5 minutes, man. That's sad. That's how bad drugs are for you, dude. For real. And we pulled her out of the car. We got her to Lauren's place. We tried to keep her awake. We were like fucking slapping her in the face and shit. And she just fucking, she OD'd. I've seen it people that do before, but this one was like probably the worst. Usually you can kind of bring them out, but this one she was like pretty much done. She had no breath, nothing, no pulse, and we couldn't wake her up. I mean, we were like punching her in the chest. I gave her CPR. I'm not certified about how to do it. We couldn't bring her back, and I don't know how I thought of this or why, but I said, go open the front door. I had scooped her up in my arms at this point. We at this point thought we were about to dump a dead body or something. I scooped her up in my arms, carrying like a baby, and I said, open your front door. We got in, and then I was just like, turn the shower on cold, like extra cold, just all cold. And she'd already beat me up the stairs. I had to carry this girl up a flight of stairs, and I jumped in the shower with her. We were both fully clothed, obviously, and it brought her back. It was cold. It was freezing fucking cold. And I guess it was because, like, people will go into shock if they're exposed to too cold water. Like, that's a major concern with, like, freezing cold water and stuff, is that you'll go into shock. Not even hypothermia, your just heart will stop. And I figured, I guess this is my thinking. I don't remember, but if it'll go into shock and kill it and stop your heart, it'll do the same. You know, to start it, right? That's how. What do they call those paddles? Whatever, doesn't matter. I'm sorry, I'm only half asleep, man. I can barely think. And she woke up. It brought her out. It was like Pulp Fiction, like just like that. And she came back and just like obviously instantly fucking panicked, cause she's in my arms in a fucking shower, clothed, and there's another girl watching. Like, you know, she's like, yo. I was like, oh my god. And we were like, yo, dude, you died. Like, you're dead, man. And she was. She did no pulse, no breath, nothing. Gone. In its story. Pretty much, or pretty fucking close to it, as close as you're gonna get to death without actually dying. And she sit there, And this is the part that fucked me up was we told her like, yo, like we saved you, like this is how we saved you. You know, we didn't have yet. We tried everything else. And she like gave me a hug while she's in my arms and just started crying on my shoulder in this fucking freezing cold shower. I don't know why we're still standing in there, but and dude, it broke my fucking heart, man. Like it is one of the most fucked up things I've ever done or seen. This girl just brought back to life, sitting there in my arms, hugging me and crying, while we're just being showered, freezing cold water, which was made it even weirder, fully clothed. And this other girl's crying too. And it was just like, you feel good because you saved someone's life. I felt good about it. But also sad that it happened in the first place. And it's like, I guarantee you, if that would have been me in the back seat, those two girls couldn't have saved me. I would have been dead. I would have been dumped in a fucking ditch somewhere, or dumped in front of the hospital or some shit like that, you know, or left. And I didn't want to die like that. That was kind of what started it off. It was just like, that's not how I want to die. It's a fucked up way to die, man. I know I talk about death a lot on here, but I've had to deal with it a lot. And been very close to it a bunch of times. But that one fucked me up. And then this gets weirder. After that I tried to clean up because I was doing H like constantly. And I said I started going through withdrawals. If you've ever been through opiate withdrawals, it's one of the most horrible things on the planet. It's torture. You have crazy bad anxiety. Everything hurts. I mean, it hurts. Like, everything fucking hurts. It's like all your pain receptors are kicking back in. So, like, a breeze will fucking send you to your fucking knees. It's horrible. Especially if I've been doing, like, dope constantly for, like, a year at this point. And I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I told you that my go-to for anxiety is to get out in nature. That's what I did. I just grabbed my backpack and I started wandering through fucking nature. Out near, it was in High Point. I was living in High Point. It was out near High Point University somewhere, and I was just walking through the woods for miles and miles, and I didn't want to be near anyone or anything, and I just wanted to die, and I figured if I was going to die, I was going to die in nature. You can't die from it, but it just feels like it. And I came across a pasture, like a field of grass, and there was no fence. This is the weird part. There was no fence, and it was like, it was beautiful, man. Like, the sunlight's hitting it perfectly, and I was just like, oh my god, you know, like some you know, a little bit of happiness. And I just started walking through it, and I have no idea where I was at this point. I ended up getting lost. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't. And it was going up a hill, and as I went up the hill, a horse came over, a plain white horse, pure white, and what is this? It's from the Bible. But it's also in a Johnny Cash song. It's and he said, "Behold, oh my God, behold." And I saw a white horse, and upon it, death ridden, and hell followed behind him. I think that's close to what it is. Look up the song from Johnny Cash. Oh my God, I can't remember. I'll post it below. That's gonna drive me nuts now. It's one of my favorite songs. Anyway, and that fucked me up because it came up to me just close enough for me to try and touch it, and then it ran off, and I took that as like an omen, you know, like I was that close to death and hell, and then barely escaped. And after that, I tried to get right. It took me a while, but I don't do drugs anymore. I drank some, you know, smoke pot, but I don't mainline heroin anymore. And that's what it was. It was that girl dying and that horse just that I happened to stumble upon. A pale white horse. You know, death rode upon it. Hell followed. And it was that fucking close. And that's when I quit doing drugs. And I ended up in the desert. Love you guys. Take care of each other. Be good to each other. Don't do drugs. Smoke pot. That's always dope. But don't do anything else. And Don't fuck shit up too much. Fuck shit up a little bit, but not too much, right? Love you guys. Have a good night.